By AT&T. Here's your host, Maria Taylor.
Well, 2 nights ago, we witnessed a historic performance from a transcendent player. Victor Wembanyama became the youngest player ever to have a 40-point, 20-rebound performance in a playoff game and led his young Spurs to a double overtime win against the defending champs. And tonight, we will see what they have in the sequel as we get you set for round 2 of the Western Conference Finals with the San Antonio Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder from the Paycom Center. And welcome back courtside, Maria Taylor, alongside the Hall of Famers, Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady. Vince, thank you for joining us here.
I'm back.
Yes, were you jealous watching us?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. That's why I had to come back.
Honestly.
And I was jealous of the game that you guys got to witness.
Okay.
I wasn't missing this one.
Yes, it was certainly a historic performance, something that we have never seen before, and it was highlighted by Victor Wembanyama. It was the will, it was the poise, it was everything he was able to do, T-Mac, to make sure that they got a victory in Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? Like, what is the game plan for this guy? And for me, it's just, you have to put bodies on him. And tonight it has to be Chet, because this is not going to cut it. I know Chet being off of him, right, trying to come and be a protector once he gets to the basket, but he has to be that primary defender because he's too big, too long, and he's finishing at the basket. When you talk about 26 of his 41 points are in the paint, are you serious? We need Chet to really alleviate a lot of that. Right here, it's just throwing the ball over the top because they played these guys so many times, they know how to hit, those counters, and they did a great job of that in the first game. I suspect that Mark does a great job in tonight's game to have a game plan to where they have bodies playing behind him and not in front of him, because we try to put bodies in front of him, they're just going to lob it up and he's finishing at the rim. So I look to see a heavy dose of Chet on him in this game, yes.
We only saw about 3 minutes of Chet being the primary defender in Game 1. You like that idea, though?
I love the idea. I mean, he should be taking on that challenge. This is the elephant in the room. This has been the headlines all season long. Chet Wemby. He's one of the few players in this league who is 7 foot, who can put the ball on the floor, who can shoot the tray, who can play defense. You have to challenge Wemby. You have to just show some type of physical presence against Wemby. You may not win the matchup, but you got to compete. And if you compete, you give yourself a chance to go out there and get the 15, 18 points that your team really needs to beat OKC. And if you get 15, 18 points, you have a chance to win this game. And that's the player that OKC is banking on. Caruso did what he was supposed to do off the bench. Shai is Shai. Jay, welcome back, to J-Dub. Now Chet is on you right now. Game 2. I'm putting this game on Chet to take the challenge, keep Wemby off the backboard, put him on the floor a little bit, make him taste the pain a little bit. Okay. We got to rough this up a little bit out here for Chet.
This is what we talked about last game, right? We talked about how the others was going to really cancel each other out.
Yes.
But the glaring matchup was Chet versus Wemby, right? And we saying you don't have to live up to 41 and 24.
No.
You don't have to live up to that, but you do have to compete at the highest level to be the best version of yourself and take on that challenge, right? That's what we want to see.
Yeah, and remember, Chet only 8 points in that Game 1 at halftime. Remember, he only had 1 field goal, so we'll see. Only averaged about 10 points per game during the regular season against the San Antonio Spurs. You brought up Alex Caruso. Let's get into it. Off the bench, 31 points, a playoff career high. They needed every single one of them and also knocked down 8 threes in that one.
Yeah, but let's understand, 29% in the regular season, 38 in the playoffs, 4 corner threes made in this game, 8 total, like you said, but he takes the challenge defensively. Wemby, like we talked about earlier, tends to stand up straight. Well, Caruso takes advantage of it, not just gets the steal, but the easy layup. Let's talk about defensive-minded again in the pick and roll. He has a tough matchup, but his willingness to still go help and block shots. And that's just the defensive side. Now let's talk about the offensive side. His awareness, knowing we want to put Wemby in the situation because he's a big. He wants to help. Well, I have to knock down threes. Like I said, 38% for the playoffs, 4 corner threes made. There's one there. And here's another opportunity to now take advantage of. I can hit threes, but but now I have Wemby. I'm going to take him off the dribble, and I'm going to body him and get into the paint and say, ref, call the foul because I'm driving on the big fella.
I love it, and I love that you showed Alex Caruso, really the primary defender against Wemby, so much of what he was taking on was defensive and offensively. So if Alex Caruso did what he has done so well so far in this playoffs, who is the next person to step up? We saw a little bit less of A.J. Mitchell because J-Dub was back into the game. Like, what do we need to see more of for OKC?
Well, we need a heavy dose, heavy diet of J. Will, right? Yes. That's what it's going to have to be. Me and Mel was talking about that before this. J. Will is going to have to do that to relieve that pressure off of SGA. Why? Because he has the ability to get in the paint and make things happen, not only for himself, but to make plays as well, right? And he also can get to his mid-range. He has the body, he has the strength to shoot over the defender and to finish at the basket. So I look for this to be a heavy diet of J-Dub tonight and take some of that pressure off of SGA.
Yeah, 26 points for J-Dub in game one. And remember, he had missed the previous 26 days dealing with the hamstring injury. They needed him maybe a little bit more than they really wanted to rely on him in that game one. Meanwhile, for SGA, let's talk about him. He said it wasn't his best performance, but he's got to stay true to who he is. Who is he? Who does he need to be tonight?
He just need to be Shai. He need to be the back-to-back MVP. This is what we know Shai to be. He talk about passing the test and taking on the test all season long. This was a test that he haven't seen. Game one was a test he haven't seen. Game two, I want to see how Shai react and respond to game one, to that performance, not by him, but by his team. I also want to see OKC play through J-Dub as the first option today. I know that sounds crazy, but you got to take Shai off the ball. You got to move Shai around. You can't keep giving him the same look. Let J-Dub create. Let him get in the paint. Let him make the plays that he need to make. And let him feel like this is what I'm going to do to bring my value to this team in game two.
Yeah, interesting. We saw Shai turn the ball over 4 times. We're not used to seeing that. He had the worst plus-minus on the team, minus 15 in game one. We know we're not going to see that repeatedly from a guy who's a two-time MVP. So he's got it out of his system in game one.
In the biggest moments,
Trade blows here.
they're all even at 99. Wembanyama spins, shoots, and hits.
We've never seen this before.
With 4 left, SGA to the basket, lays it up and in. We go to overtime. 1 point, 1 minute. Gilgeous-Alexander gets inside, throws it down. Wemby's going to pull a deep 3.
We're talking about body blow upon body blow.
We go to double overtime. Pitch back, Williams 3. Got it. Caruso, Wemby beat him inside, threw it down.
It seemed like he was making every play there was to make on both ends of the court.
Wembanyama engulfs the ball.
You are being treated to an epic show by one of the greatest young players in our game.
On an epic night from their superstar, the Spurs take game 1.
Well, everyone was talking about Wemby's performance in game one, including Wendy's. Look what they posted, y'all. Might change my name to Wemby's and only serve French fries.
So come on, Wendy's.
I like it, Mark.
I like
the
it.
marketing.
I know.
like it.
Chicken nuggets over here, Wendy's.
Hey,
Give me
listen,
some fries, brother.
I don't know if Wemby is trademarked, but I would certainly go there to grab a sandwich and some fries. Victor Wembanyama, he is coming off a huge game one, 41 points and 24 rebounds. He's already started his warm-up. He's getting set for game 2. We will see what he has for the sequel as we get you set for game 2 of the Western Conference Finals between the Spurs and